Hello, everybody, and welcome to the We're All Nerds Here podcast. I'm Ahky.
And I'm Aiden.
And a fun fact about me is that I can definitely smell what The Rock is cooking.
Oh, must be good. Well,
it's clam chowder.
Well, a fun fact about me is I actually can see John Cena, believe it or not.
Oh, my goodness. So today,
Speaking of things we've seen.
speaking of things, oh, my goodness. For folly. I almost said a swear. You're very good at this. Speaking of things that we have seen, we both seen the new Spider-Man movie.
Yes,
Spider-Man
I've already
Brand
seen
New
it
Day.
twice.
You've seen it twice.
Yeah.
I've seen it once. And that's what we're going to talk about today.
Oh, yeah.
It's not going to be the whole episode. There's some other new stuff that we are going to dive into, but we're going to be talking about Spider-Man Brand New Day. And before we get into that, I would like to take this moment to say, please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and tell us down below, what do you think The Rock is cooking? It's probably some Samoan dish.
I hope it's one of those, I forgot what they're called. We've talked about it before, where they like bake it into the ground.
Well, in Maori culture, it's called the hangi.
Yes, the hangi.
Yeah.
I really want to try hangi.
It's pretty good.
Yeah. I assume so. It looks good.
Yeah. I mean, it's very tender. Speaking of being tender, Spider-Man. Yes, please feel free to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I think we should just dive right into it.
Yes, there is
the structure is going to go
Yeah.
is that we will give our initial thoughts on the film, what we liked about it.
Yep.
Then we're going to go into heavy spoiler territory.
Yes.
And don't worry, I'll put up like a warning sign. Or you know what I'll do? When we're talking about spoilers, I'll put up a little spider symbol. And then when the spider symbol goes away, no more spoilers.
Yeah.
But for now, no spoilers. Initial thoughts of the film. What did you think?
So we know Marvel has been struggling a little bit, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
just a little.
My opinion, this movie, they're fucking back.
Oh, yeah? Hell yeah.
I had a ball of a time.
We're not a minute into the
I
episode
know,
yet. We have to wait. Hold.
No, I really enjoyed the movie.
Yeah.
I had a great time. The cinematography was like amazing.
Yes.
And there are some things I want to talk about trailer versus plot.
Yeah.
Some stuff I want to talk about in a bit.
Talk about the spoiler stuff in a minute.
Yeah. And it really did a good job. And it's definitely like the people that I went to see it with, I was like, by the way, completely like when you watch this, it's not going to be like the previous ones. You need to come in this with a fresh mind. And I'm glad I said that because it meant I also came into this with a fresh mind. And I'm glad I did because otherwise, like, it was really good in my opinion.
Yeah. When I went into it, I was super excited. I also tried to go into it with a fresh mind, and I thought it was okay.
Oh, really?
I thought it was okay.
Oh.
And we'll get deeper into it in the spoiler section, but I agree that the cinematography was fantastic. The fight sequences were amazing.
Oh, yeah.
The stunt choreography, incredible. Even the sets. The sets were really good because you can tell that they were actually like on a location, rather than on a like green screen.
Yes.
The acting also really, really good.
Yes, it was
from everybody involved. The story is where I get a bit like
Okay, well, without going into spoilers, first half of the story I thought was great.
Yes.
I do understand some of the downfall in the second half of the story.
And that's where most of my criticism will come from, is the second half of the story, because the first half, I don't think this is a spoiler, where it's like the first half of the film, it's Peter Parker and he's been alone for a while and he's just been doing his Spider-Man stuff, and that's excellent.
Yeah.
That's great. I loved seeing that.
Yeah.
It's just the second half of the film where it's kind of like, uh-oh.
I think maybe there were some parts where they were like, they had the story and they were like, let's see how it evolves. And they started making it. And then they were kind of like, where do we go from here? And I can see a little bit of that there.
Well, originally, apparently, this is the rumor that the original script for Brand New Day was going to be another multiverse story with the other Spider-Man coming back. And everyone hated it. They were like, no, we just want it to be about Peter Parker.
Yeah.
And all that nailed. By the way, new costume, loved it. I loved the new suit.
Yeah, it was good.
I loved the new suit.
I was a little worried because in No Way Home,
yes,
when they showed the new costume at the end, I didn't like the look of it then.
Because it looked really shiny.
It looked very shiny, and I was like, no, this is like, it feels out of place. And I didn't quite like it because that didn't feel like what I wanted for Tom Holland Spider-Man in terms of costume. But then they changed that here, and then they kind of went back a little bit to like what the design is the original kind of design, I suppose.
Yeah, no, because the design for the new suit was they wanted to mash all three eras together into one suit, and I think they did that perfectly.
Yeah, no, they did it great. I thought it was awesome because initially I thought that this kind of starts going into spoilers, but it's not really spoilers. I'm talking about the goggles. Yeah. So like, there's still some tech going on here in the goggles. And now I originally thought that they were going to take that away.
No.
And I was going to be like, yeah, but like I got used to like having
a bit of tech,
a bit of tech and stuff. And then I was like I'm here to see what's going to happen. And then when they introduced Evie, they introduced Evie, which is the new AI, which is not like it does what Spider-Man needs it to do without overtaking. And I thought it was great. I was like, this is like awesome. Like you still have that little bit of like techie interaction going on there.
Well, Peter's a tech guy.
Yeah,
exactly. He also had a lot of upgraded tech with his web shooters and everything. Which this isn't spoiler territory. So he's got like web grenades now, where he can like shoot off a thing. He catches it, he throws it, and it explodes into webs, which is awesome. I love that. Fun fact though, in the comics, those were not developed by Peter Parker. They were developed by Ben Reilly, who is Peter Parker. He's a clone.
It's a clone of Peter.
He's a clone of Peter, so essentially the same guy.
Well, this guy.
Without spoilers, what did you think of the villain of the film?
Okay.
I have many things to say.
Initially, first half of the story, amazing. Like, the villain was evil. Like, I was like, this person is monstrously, like, doing terrible things and was like, I don't give a fuck. And I was like, this is great. We need a villain like this right now. And then
second half.
And then the second half, then it kind of started that whole turnaround process. And I felt like there wasn't enough in the story to have that done properly.
Yeah. And there's more we will get into in the spoiler section. We keep teasing the spoiler section.
Yeah, we keep teasing.
There is another dynamic in this movie that I thought was really cool, which is the dynamic between Spider-Man and Punisher.
Yes.
I thought that was pretty cool. There were moments of like, I don't think Frank would do that, but ultimately I enjoyed their sort of brotherly dynamic.
Yeah. I think for the most part, yes. I think I know what you're talking about regarding Frank. However, I think like you said, there is a bit of like a brotherly kind of thing there. I think for the most part, because Spider-Man is so young and he sees him as a child still. Yeah. Is part of the reason why he probably it could grant that out of character stuff a little bit.
But also it's kind of weird because Spider-Man's not a kid in this movie.
No, he's not.
He's in his early 20s.
And the thing is, he's in his early 20s, but Tom Holland's age is starting to show in the movie, by the way.
Yeah, no, he'd be getting them crow's feet.
Oh yeah, he's starting to get older there, which
he still has that like boyish charm.
Yes,
to him,
he does.
But no, he's starting to look like a man.
Yes, which when we talk into the spoiler section, there is something in the movie I'm not sure a lot of people picked up on, but I did. That's going to insinuate something in the future movies we'll talk about.
Yeah. I think that's really all we can say without getting into spoilers of the film. I think there's not much else. We've talked about the action, the cinematography, the direction. We've talked about everything. So I think it's time we get into spoilers. Now,
Spoilers.
Spoiler alert. From here on out, we will be talking full spoilers for the movie. Everything, down to the last itty bitty detail.
the itty bitty spider details.
Yeah. All the detailed spidery stuff. So, if you don't want to hear any spoilers, I will put a little spider logo up here somewhere, and just come back or skip ahead where we talk about some other stuff that has happened recently.
Yes.
In the rest of the episode. But from here on out, spoilers. I think that's enough.
Yeah, spoilers.
Spoilers.
One for measure.
Yeah. So now that we can fully get into the spoiler territory of the movie, where would you like to start?
Can I just start with some of the stuff that was in the trailer that in the movie I was like, you son of a guns.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay. So, because it's one of the things that was...
It's been more than a minute, by the way. You can swear.
Oh, yeah. No, I know. I just wanted to say son of a gun. Okay, so in the trailers, they put in some of the... In the trailer, a few scenes where everyone was like speculating what's going on.
Yes.
One of those was the scene where Spider-Man is jumping towards the hand.
Yes.
So everyone, I remember it was all... We even had a speculation on it. There was, because there's that space underneath Spider-Man.
Space, yeah.
There's negative space, and some of the hand looked like they were going towards the negative space. And it was like, who else is fighting along Spider-Man? Like all this sort of stuff. And everyone was going nuts, including us. You want to know what it was?
It was
nothing. It turns out it was just part of a montage at the beginning of the freaking film on all the people that Spider-Man's been going up against.
Which, by the way, I would have loved to have seen those 4 years of him doing that.
Oh, yeah.
I would have loved to like gone on that journey with him instead of like, he's been doing it for 4 years. And he's sort of like, he's been Spider-Maning for 4 years by himself and he's super lonely.
Yeah. It would have been actually kind of good to see, like, at least for a little bit, like every, 5 or 10 minutes, he's like going through, like showing us stuff for the year. And then it shows us like a scene of like him on the subway and he sees like MJ in the distance or something. And then like watching that kind of like progression over the years.
Yeah.
Until like
I mean, you do get to see a little bit of it in a montage.
Yeah.
Where, he's being Spider-Man and he's sore and he's being Spider-Man. He's taking pills for some reason.
But that shot, by the way, that's in the trailer, when I watched the movie and I saw that same scene, I was like, you dick. You knew what you were doing.
Yeah, no, they 100% knew
they knew that people were going to be like, but what's in this? What's going on? They did the same thing in No Way Home. Like, what the hell?
Yep.
And
they knew 100%.
They knew exactly what it was. And wanting to see those 4 years aside, I was like, I'll give them the credit for that. They generated that hype themselves.
Yeah, no, it's almost as if Disney has a massive marketing machine behind them and they know what they're doing.
Yeah. But I was like, all right, cool. Yeah, like, go for it.
You dicks.
But yes, because the only thing out of all those years of fighting, because you see all the different things, is yes, the hand is also later in the movies too, but like you're only seeing more of Scorpion. Like there's other villains as well. But like you just see them in that montage, and then it's like, oh, okay.
Yeah, you get treated to a couple of villains. One of them, Scorpion. You see Tombstone, aka Lonnie Lincoln.
Yep.
You see someone who nobody knows called the Tarantula.
Yeah,
he's the one that has the shoe spike things. You see another one, I think he's called like the Ram or something, where the dude that's headbutting the wall.
Oh, that's the Ram? Okay.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh man, this I would have loved to have seen all of these adventures of like Peter going around being Spider-Man and being like the street level hero.
Well, the kind of, I guess the slightly disappointing thing regarding this movie is that in most Spider-Man movies, there's usually roughly about 3 main villains, 2 to 3. 2 to 3 roughly.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
We don't have that here. Yeah, Scorpion's in it, but he's not a main villain.
No, he is used by the main villain.
Yeah.
Which I want to save the villain talk for the ending bit because I have thoughts.
Yeah. Okay.
So we get the main montage and that's cool, and we see Spider-Man and he is changing.
Yes.
He is mutating more into the spider portion of him. Now, this is where my first major criticism of the film comes from.
Okay.
So they introduce the whole, he's changing into the spider, blah, 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 blah. Nothing, they don't explain why. They just go, he's upset and he's stressed, so more spider. And then they have no revelation for it. At the end of the film, he's just, I'm Spider-Man and I'm Peter Parker.
Yeah.
Therefore, my powers work now. Which I'm like, what are you doing? What?
Well,
What the fuck are you doing?
I can sort of see that, but they were hinting through the movie about him just accepting changes rather than fighting against them.
Yeah, no, that's fine for a thematic thing.
Yeah.
But when it comes to like logic and plot wise, you introduce this thing of like, he is changing more into spider more than man, and then you do nothing with it. He invents a power inhibitor and it just goes, all right, cool, sick.
Yeah. He's like, I'm my usual self now.
Yeah, it's like you've introduced this new thing, but you don't take it to its logical conclusion. You just go, hey, Bruce Banner, how do you suppress the Hulk? He goes, well, this thing. And he goes, well, and then they have this whole conversation.
Yeah.
Where with the Hulk, where well, not Bruce Banner, sorry, not the Hulk, but Bruce Banner.
Yes.
Where he's like, hey, how do you suppress,
It's RNA is part of DNA and all that kind of stuff.
And it's like, well, I do this inhibitor thing, and through this conversation, Peter comes up with a way to suppress the bad stuff of DNA, which again is a whole theme of the movie of like, what's bad, what is like being bad truly, like what parts of nature is truly evil, and who are you to dictate? Yeah. Which, like, again, we'll get into the main villain later. Thoughts. So yeah, Bruce Banner. There's also a funny joke that they do in this movie. Yeah. Where like Bruce Banner is a professor at ESU, which like, why? Wouldn't he be a professor at like a prestigious one? ESU is not a prestigious university. Yeah. Like, wouldn't he be at MIT? Anyway, maybe that's a nitpick on me. That is a full-on nitpick from me. I'm just being a bitch. So there's a scene in the movie where Bruce Banner is teaching a class, and one of his students asks him about like his adventures with the Hulk. Yeah, and they're like, how come Thanos didn't just double the food if he was worried about overpopulation? And Bruce Banner's like, hey kid, why don't you answer that for us? And there's a kid dressed up like the Hulk, and he says Hulk smash, haha, funny. So I don't know why, but the fact that they made a joke about that I do know why. The fact that they made a joke about one of the most traumatic things to ever happen in the universe, trivializing it, makes me go, fuck you. Like, are you kidding me? Yeah, I get that. I remember watching it, and I was watching it with my partner, and when that happened, I just leaned over and I was like, because food runs out. but also, it's not just because food runs out. It's Thanos didn't think of it because he's a sociopathic, narcissistic monster. Yeah, that's the conclusion. It's not like, let's fix a problem that way. It's like his problem is through death and fight and whatever. And because Thanos was a monster. Yeah. That's the answer to the question. He didn't think of it because he couldn't conceive of a world where he was wrong. No, and if he genuinely meant everything out of kindness, he wouldn't put Nebula through all the shit that like he put her through, and Gamora. He wouldn't put them through what they went through. If he had some sort of weird, sick,
like gentleness about the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he's like, I have to do it, but I don't want to.
It's like, oh, I love you, my daughter. Come here, die.
Yeah.
So we get that scene where, they talk to each other. And by the way, magically, Peter's like, oh, I figured it out. I know he's smart, but he comes up with it through sorry, I have to go back for a second because we see Peter Parker and he's living by himself, by the way, in New York City.
Yeah.
In a massive apartment. And they try to hand wave it away of going like, oh, it's like full of asbestos and nobody wants this room because it's like dank and gross.
Yeah.
This room is massive, by the way.
Oh, yeah. It's huge.
It's huge. It could fit like 4 people in it. And there's just Peter Parker and he's just like, yeah, cool. By the way, we don't know what he's been doing to earn money.
No, I was thinking about that this morning, actually. I was like,
yeah,
how does he, because in the movie, he's also Spider-Man full-time, by the way.
Yeah, he's Spider-Man full-time.
He's not at uni anymore. I don't even know if he college. I don't even know if he went to college in the end.
He is a grad student.
He is a grad student? Okay.
But that means he's getting education on the cheap.
Okay.
Which is essentially what grad student is.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, they don't explain like how he's affording this apartment, what he's doing for money.
Yeah.
By the way, one of the most fundamental tenets of Spider-Man is that he is constantly looking for money.
Oh, yeah.
He's like constantly looking for a job. Even if they had a throwaway line of he did an online thing where he like fixes code for people online, or he's the IT guy for the building.
Well, it's supposed to be doing the whole photography thing, and they haven't even touched on that in all of the movies.
Oh, by the way, another spoiler: J. Jonah Jameson's not in this movie.
No,
he's not in it.
Even though he was in
like 2 of the previous films.
He was in the end of the second one and the beginning of the third one.
He was in all of the third one.
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
Oh,
there is a scene where J.K. Simmons shows up in the third one to do a thing, and then Green Goblin kills Aunt May.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we don't know what he does for work.
Nope.
He just seemed the only explanation I can think of is that he got a fuck ton of money from like May's life insurance. That's the only way I can see him being able to afford this apartment and all of his little techie shit.
Yeah, because the only other thing I could potentially think of, because Spider-Man in this one is working alongside police chief, is like
police
captain getting kickback from the police department somehow. I don't know. But then again, that means Spider-Man has to set up a bank account under Spider-Man, and
which is really funny because in the comics they actually address that.
Yeah.
So back when Peter Parker was first like being Spider-Man and he was using his abilities to get money, he was given a check and they're like, so am I supposed to make this out to like Spider-Man? Like what?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know who you are. And he's like, just give me the check and I'll do it. And he's like, that's not how that works.
No.
I need a name and a social security number.
Yeah.
So we have no idea how he's affording all of this crap.
No.
We then also, another thing I like about the film is that they introduce Captain Jean DeWolf.
Yes.
Who is a comic book character who I really enjoy. And I like the dynamic that he has with her, where he's really friendly and she's like his in on the, she's his in on the cops. And
yeah, she's his she's his Commissioner Gordon.
Yeah, she's his Commissioner Gordon. And I really like that dynamic.
Yeah.
That Spider-Man is cool with the cops. But then we get to the point where, again, he makes the power inhibitor. He's going a bit crazy and he gets a bit lonely. He gets sad. So he goes and literally stalks Ned back to his apartment where they're just so happen having a party, by the way.
Yeah.
And he's just like, oh, my friends. Oh, I miss you. And I'm just like, you made the decision to not tell them. So
I do. There is something about that scene, by the way, that it just popped into my brain. And I kind of find it a little funny. So, it is slightly by chance because he's at the deli when Ned walks in, then it's like, oh, Ned, and then he starts following Ned. But the issue is,
which, by the way, he was there to get flowers for his dead aunt.
yeah, he was there to get flowers for his dead aunt. Ned's there to pick up two mini kegs of beer, by the way.
Yeah.
My thing is
and
that
the energy drink.
And an energy drink.
They make a whole thing about that energy
that's
drink.
a cringy ass scene.
Yeah.
And so he's getting the energy drink and he's getting the beer kegs, and then he catches the subway back home. Now, the thing that I'm finding funny is that he's just at like a corner deli, right?
Yeah.
And they're not even going off into
or a corner store.
Yeah, corner store. He's not even going like way off, back into like heading back to like the outskirts of New York City or anything. He's still quite central to New York.
Yeah.
There are corner stores everywhere.
Yeah, there is.
There was no need for Ned to catch the subway to where he went to get 2 kegs of beer.
Unless that convenience store is like near MIT where he goes. But even then, you could have gone to a convenience store
on the way closer to home.
Yeah,
on the way
closer
home.
to home. It's so coincidental.
Yeah,
and it's cringe. It's like, oh, we need this scene to happen for Peter and Ned, and it's like, well, he just shows up at his local convenience store, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, that one I didn't even think about it while watching it, and then now as we're talking now, and I'm thinking about the scene, I was like, wait, there was no, there's no need, or at least
he goes back to that.
Yeah, at the end of the movie.
At the end of the movie, he goes
back, and he's just sitting there eating, and I was like,
can't you what?
There's so many other places nearby you could go to.
But yeah, I think after that, no, I mean earlier before we get introduced to this mysterious thing that's been taking over people's minds and controlling them. Ooh.
Yes, that was stumping me for like a good part of the movie, by the way.
Yeah. So this is the major reveal. Turns out that the villain behind all of it is Jean Grey.
Very interesting villain choice for a Spider-Man movie.
I have thoughts about this.
Oh yeah, no, I got thoughts too.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
It is legitimately terrible.
And
the fact that they try to do a redemption arc with her.
Yeah.
Like, fuck you. No.
Because she's like, I get like with what happened to her character, which will come up. I was like, I get why she's doing what she's doing, but it's like, keep it that way. I know that Jean Grey is technically in the Marvel universe, isn't inherently supposed to be a villain, but like
she's an X-Men. She's a founding X-Men.
Yeah, I know, she's a founding X-Men. And I'm sitting here, I'm like, well, now you've made her a villain, but now I just want you to keep her as a villain. Don't.
Oh no, she's completely irredeemable.
Oh yeah.
This Jean Grey does horrible things throughout the film.
Oh, absolutely.
She violates people's minds. She kills a lot of people.
Oh yeah.
Not just people that we see too. So in the opening scene where, Spider-Man meets the mind hopper person, she controls an old lady driving a tank.
Yes.
In the middle of New York City. And there's just cars flying everywhere. There's people getting like run over and a bunch of other stuff happening. People are dying everywhere. And at the end of the movie, they're like, but she was sad. Like, fuck you. Also, if this is how you're introducing the mutants, guess what? I'm on the other guy's side. Fuck these guys.
Yeah. So along with the inhibitors that get created, kind of creates a subplot, which I'm thinking might come up in future movies. Which is about control of the mutants, which comes up in X-Men 3.
Yeah. There is a lot of subplots that they do not wrap up in this film. It annoys the shit out of me. So in her quest for finding VMAX and her sister, which, by the way, Jean Grey doesn't have a sister in the comics.
Oh, really? This is a made-up thing?
Yep. She doesn't have a sister. Why did you make it Jean Grey?
It didn't need to be Jean Grey.
It didn't need to be Jean Grey.
There's plenty of other telepathic
there is.
villains out there that you could have gone for.
You could have just made up a new character.
Yeah.
She did not have to be Jean Grey. And now, because you did make it Jean Grey, you have given justifiable evidence for the people who hate mutants.
Yes.
And I'm just like, well, you've just done an impossible. Like, you expect
Yeah.
me to believe that, like, when the X-Men movie comes out and we see Jean Grey again, I go, oh, that's Jean Grey. She's a fucking monster.
Oh yeah, it's not going to be great.
Oh, by the way, just a quick side note. They announced who Emma Frost is going to be. Emma Frost is also another telepath.
Yeah, no, I know that, but who's Emma Frost?
Samara Weaving.
That's not ringing any bells for me for some reason.
She's a fellow Aussie. She did Ready or Not, which is a horror film.
Oh, I haven't seen that one yet.
Yeah, well,
I'll look it up later.
Yeah,
But yes.
I'll put an image up of her.
Yeah.
I think that's great casting. Anyway,
Okay.
back to the bullshit.
Yeah.
Jean Grey's backstory didn't make me sympathize with her at all. She
No.
and her sister are just straight up sociopaths. Where she's like, hey, Jean, want me to teach you how to violate someone's autonomy? Watch this.
Yeah, and then teaches how to mind hop and stuff.
Yeah, exactly.
Which, by the way, like, I know Jean can do that for the most part, but it's not her primary
No, see, her
power that she focuses on.
Her original power in the comic books is she can read people's minds.
Yeah.
That's it. And then she becomes more powerful and she can start moving things with her mind.
Yeah.
And then she becomes more powerful where she can control people with her mind.
Yeah.
They went straight to the mind control thing.
Yeah.
And it is horrendous. There is a scene in this film where Spider-Man is desperately going after Mary Jane. Trying to save her from Jean because Jean finds out who Peter is.
Yes.
And straight up goes, hey, guess what? I'm going to kill your girlfriend.
Yep.
And he finds MJ, he gets her to safety, and there's a big thing.
Oh, that
There's
scene.
This scene is horrendous.
Oh, it's terrible. Like, it's terrible. I mean, in a sense of, like, what she's doing is terrible.
Yes. Yeah. It's well acted.
Yeah, very well acted. Very, like, all in all.
Not well written, but well acted. So they go to this rooftop and Peter's freaking out and he's trying to, like, tell MJ without telling MJ. And he whips off his mask and she's like, oh, I know you, don't I?
Yeah.
And then they have a kiss and she remembers who he is.
Yes.
And that's when we find out that, no, Jean actually is mind controlling MJ.
Yeah.
And that she did that on purpose.
Yeah.
She violated
big
Peter
time.
Parker.
So when it happened and then they do the kiss and you see Peter break down and you see her face, I'm like, that's not the face of someone who's just remembered Peter out of nowhere.
It's like, no,
and is love of your life. That's a psychopath, sociopath.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it and going, don't you fucking dare. Don't you fucking.
And then she starts talking and I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Yeah.
How dare you? And then not only that, she taunts Peter to the point where he breaks mentally and starts choking MJ.
Yes.
And that whole sequence is terrible.
Oh, I liked it.
Of course,
to be honest,
you fucking weirdo.
No, because
shame.
I do like moments where you see a superhero break.
Well,
not because I like to see them suffer, but because it brings on that they're still human aspect. And
see, as that I do like as well.
Yeah.
However, because of the ending of this film, and the writers want you to sympathize with Jean Grey, it's like, no, fuck you. You essentially, got a YouTube censor this. You essentially graped Peter Parker in this, not just physically, but also like mentally.
Yeah, it's very much spending the entire first half of the movie like he's just constantly beating him down, but there's very much in the last half it just kind of just like bing pops back up again, and then it's like I said, the second half there's a lot still to be desired, but we'll get to it. I know I keep talking mentioning
we're getting there.
We're getting there.
So essentially after that scene happens, Jean Grey shows up and she's like, she's mind controlling this dude, and he's like, I can kill you at any time. Yeah. So like, leave me alone. He finds out who she is. Peter's still trying to protect MJ, blah, 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 down the line.
Yeah.
There is a sequence where Peter goes to Punisher's boat to have MJ like protect, and there's some good acting here between Tom Holland and Zendaya, but they're married in real life, so of course they have great chemistry.
Yeah, they do.
He figures out who Jean Grey is. He goes to try and stop her. There's also another thing that we haven't mentioned, Damage Control.
Yeah.
Who is the new organization that's like, they're like the new SHIELD, essentially.
Yeah. That's kind of where it's getting a bit, how do I put it? Like, that's the issue that I'm having in terms of like that's where I'm seeing like in the future potential movies regarding mutants and stuff, because like they are mutant hating.
I am too.
At this point.
Yeah. Thanks, Gene.
No thanks to Gene.
Yeah, like, I hate you too.
But like,
build those Sentinels.
Yeah.
Make the Sentinels great again.
No.
So Damage Control is essentially the new SHIELD. They're do you know how I knew they were evil? When they first showed up and Peter went to their headquarters and they were like, "Oh, don't worry. The Hand, they're good guys now. We're working with them." I'm like, "Oh, so you're the bad guys."
Yeah, I kind of was like on that too. I was like,
the Hand is, for those who don't know, the Hand is a death cult who worships a demon. And when the second that they were like, "Yeah, no, they work for us now," I'm like, "Oh, you're the bad guys."
They were like, they were just some troubled teens who didn't know how to they didn't have a leader and apply themselves.
Yeah.
So where you fear them, we see opportunity.
Yeah, and I'm just like, "You're the bad guys."
Oh yeah. Only bad guys do that shit.
Yeah. So there's a scene where Jean Grey is like taking on Damage Control, and there's all this destruction, and we find out she got Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
She got Hulk. Now, in my opinion, this is the second worst thing she does.
Yes.
Because in this sequence, she breaks Bruce Banner.
Oh, absolutely.
She breaks the Hulk.
Yes.
Horrendous.
Absolutely. Because like
another plot line we don't wrap up, by the way. Oh, because we see Bruce Banner getting wheeled away, and all he can say is, "Did I hurt anybody?"
And then that's it.
And that's it. And I'm just like, "Are you fucking for real?"
There's not even any after credits to fix that up or anything. He's
just gone from the movie, and I'm just like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
They're like, you see like a little news podcast being like, they're taking him to a psychiatric ward or whatever, and it's like, that's not what happened, right?
It's like, first of all, Savage Hulk is back.
Yes.
So that psychiatric shit ain't gonna work.
No.
Because Bruce Banner has spent years trying to like therapize himself from the Hulk. Doesn't work.
No.
And all he can say is like, "Did I hurt anybody? Did I kill anyone?" And they're wheeling him away. And I'm just like, Jean Grey, you're a fucking monster.
Oh yeah. Because like he says a line in there before he turns into normal Hulk again, which by the way, I feel like is bigger than Avengers Hulk.
Well, he's been trapped in Banner's subconscious for a while, so I think that's just him being like all that pent up rage coming out.
Because he hasn't been able to get like regular Hulk out for a long time. Not
ever since Infinity War.
Yeah, he just hasn't been able to come out. And so you hear Bruce say she broke something.
Yeah.
And then so there's been like this weird barrier that somehow Hulk managed to put up, or subconsciously Bruce. I don't know.
I think Bruce did, because his relationship with the Hulk in Infinity War, Bruce was sort of using him like a weapon.
Yeah.
And then there was that barrier because either both of them were afraid of Thanos. And anyway, point is, Jean broke something in Bruce.
And then regular Hulk came out and he was just...
Great fight sequence, by the way.
Yes, it was really good.
Fantastic fight sequence. The character implications, horrible.
Yeah.
The fact that like you just broke Bruce Banner.
Yeah.
A character who spent years trying to fix himself.
Because also my next thing is, in that scene, they imply that Hulk knows Spider-Man, but I'm pretty sure Hulk and Spider-Man haven't actually fought side by side yet.
They haven't.
And so when they're fighting and then Peter's Spider-Man trying to calm him down. No, because
Smart Hulk knows who Peter Parker is.
but that's still Bruce though, not that's Bruce's mind.
It's a mixture. It is Bruce's mind.
It's the good quality, the strength and the good qualities of the Hulk with the mind of Bruce Banner.
So yeah, it is still technically Bruce Banner, but you're right. There is a sequence in this film where Hulk sort of like recognizes Peter Parker, but that version of the Hulk hasn't fought alongside Peter Parker before.
No. So
there's also another inconsistency that we'll get to later on.
But no, without that part aside, it's still like a good scene, and then
excellent sequence,
and then excellent sequence, and then like the way that Spider-Man is fighting the Hulk is really good as well.
Because the Hulk has never fought someone as agile as Peter Parker, because he's coming at him from all different directions.
I do love that at the start of the fight scene, he tries to do what he did to Loki.
And Spider-Man just sort of like gets back up, and he's just like, what?
No, he like crawls on his back. Like he's trying to do the do, and then he goes to do the final swing, and he's like, what? He's not there.
And he's just sort of like grabbing at him. That was a great sequence. That whole fight, fantastic. When the Punisher shows up too.
Yes.
Great, amazing. Horrible ending, because Bruce Banner is just sort of like strapped into a gurney going, did I hurt anyone? Did I kill anyone?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, Bruce.
There was someone that I know that was like, that watched it, and they said before they show Bruce in the stretcher, they were like, did they just kill off the Hulk? Because they thought you can't, but they were like, did they? And I was like, don't worry, boo. It's good.
Yeah, don't worry about it. You can't kill the Hulk, because Bruce is trying.
He's tried so many times.
There was also a sequence at the end of this where the main guy of Damage Control. So when Jean has been apprehended, by Spider-Man, and she says Sarah.
I knew straight away, by the way.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. The dude was like, oh well, I was thinking of someone named Sarah. I'm like, dude, you're so full of shit.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Because it has shown us, which I guess is good writing, because throughout the film, they've shown that everyone who has been taken over by her doesn't remember.
Yes.
But he remembers.
Yes.
So, yeah, I'll give you that. That's good writing. Yeah. Good job. It's fundamental writing that you should do, but yeah, good job.
Yeah, good job. I'm sorry, I was just thinking about the scene with the Punisher, and it's like with the, because he also gets mind controlled for a bit. Yeah. And when it ends, he turns back and is like, is that my gun on the wall?
There is also another funny moment where Jean is inside of Frank's head, and she goes, well, this guy's messed up.
This guy's got issues.
Which is really funny, because
she has issues.
Also, at the end of the film, she gets into Peter's mind.
Yeah.
Peter has issues, but she doesn't go like, whoa.
Yeah.
So after that happens, we get a scene that I'm glad that they put into the film between Peter and MJ, where she reads the letter.
Yes. I was wondering when that was going to come up, by the way, like when I was watching it.
And she says something that I wasn't expecting.
Yeah.
Was like, did you leave this here for me to read? I'm like, oh, that's smart character writing. Yeah. I was like, oh my goodness. Like, nobody ever acknowledges that type of thing.
No.
But no, I was like, okay, nice.
Well done. Because it was
well
like,
done.
He did just leave it lying around.
Yeah. It's like, oh, well done. This is some good character writing. Awesome. And then they have the conversation of like, well, you shouldn't have, that was my decision to make whether or not blah. I'm like, first of all, no, it's not. It's not your secret.
Yeah.
It's not your secret. And you have been living a relatively good life for the last 4 years.
Yeah.
Peter's been in the shit, so shut up.
Yeah. They do. I'm not sure if I like or hate it yet, but like the whole like, that was that MJ, not me, so I don't love you.
Yeah, I do like it, just for the fact of like, we can finally move on from this, and we can give Peter like a new love interest, which, by the way, because of the ending of this film, people have been shipping Jean Grey and Spider-Man.
No.
They have. It's horrible.
I don't wanna. No.
It is
no.
horrendous. And I'm like, are you kidding me?
No.
Anyway, we'll get there. So that is a great scene. It is well acted. It is well written. I really enjoy the fact that they acknowledge, like, I'm a different person from that person you love, so I don't love you.
Yes.
And we find it's a bittersweet moment.
Yeah.
It's a bittersweet moment of like she finally knows, but also she doesn't love you.
Yeah, and it's not like we see this kind of stuff happen all the time in all sorts of different genres where something like that kind of happens and then they're like, oh, I love you now because I know. And it's like, it's good to see that they were just like, no.
Yeah.
Like,
Again,
I don't have these memories no matter how much you tell me I do. I don't. So therefore, I just don't. I don't love you. And
again, you know, good character writing.
Yeah.
Good writing from this point. That's the end of it. that's the end of the good writing, by the way.
I do like the next
Because
scene.
after they have that conversation, they go to the apartment and they hang out as friends again.
Yeah, still, like Peter as Spider-Man, he's still in his costume because he's meeting up with Ned
for the first time.
the first time.
First time
as Spider-Man.
Yeah.
And they just hang out building Legos.
Yeah, no, I like that scene.
That is a really wholesome scene, especially seeing the interaction between Spider-Man and Ned.
Yeah, because it's almost as if they were friends for like their entire adolescence.
Yeah, exactly.
And they know each other.
Yeah.
But no, that was a great scene. There's a couple of scenes that I think could have been cut from the film. Mainly the Black Widow scenes.
I don't mind the first one, but the second
I bet you don't. It's Florence Pugh. It's Florence Pugh basically naked in a hot tub.
You're just waiting for her to sit up a little bit.
Yeah. If you want that, go watch another film. There are other films, but
the second one that she's in towards, like around that scene, I'm like, yeah, you probably could have just left it out. You could have just figured it out.
Yeah, Peter could have just been like, oh, he was lying to me. The director guy was lying to me. Sarah is his sister,
or Sarah is somebody, but not related to this dude.
Yeah, but then we cut back over to Jean, and she's being experimented on because the big plan, by the way, is that Damage Control wants to reverse engineer Jean's powers, so that they can give it to other people.
Yes,
and I'm like, first of all, evil. Second of all, why didn't you just recruit Jean? She's clearly a terrible person and a sociopath. She would, like, if you gave her a house, a home, and a family, she would do whatever the fuck you wanted her to do.
Yeah, probably.
Like, what is wrong? Like, her and her sister would have, from what we see, from the flashback that they give us, they would have willingly worked for you.
They just wanted somewhere to live and all that. So, like, if you gave that to them,
Exactly. If you were like, hey, we love you. Anyway, violate these people's minds. And they'd be like, you betcha.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. We're going to do family Scrabble later? Oh, of course we are. Such a stupid plan. So dumb.
I also don't understand why that's what they want. Like, there's so many other mutants out there that have so much more utility to
well, if you control
humanity in general.
Well, if you control someone's mind, you control the world.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Although, how would that work with someone who has like dementia? Like, allegedly, Donald Trump has dementia.
Yeah.
So if you like went into his brain or someone with dementia's brain, wouldn't it be all like wouldn't the neurons not fire properly? So wouldn't it all be like fucked up?
I don't know, maybe, because the thing is, when she jumps into other people's brains, she has their memories.
But it's her.
Yeah, but she also has their while in their minds their muscle memories. Because, like, for example, if she was just her, she could not do what she did with the hand.
Yes. No. Yeah.
So it's still, because like there's no way she's that athletic to be able to do all that.
Yeah. But yeah, we they experiment on her. They try to get her powers, and she, I don't know.
And then she realizes what VMAX is. Yeah. And by the way, that
So stupid.
I was all for it being, so even if it was slightly minor, but like for it to be a ventilation shaft, by the way, with just a missing label,
Yeah.
or half
so
a label, I'm like, nah.
My question is, right? So Black Widow, Yelena,
Yeah.
she's heard of VMAX. In the scene where they're having that conversation, she's like, "Oh yeah, I've heard of VMAX on the."
No, it's because she was when Jean was taking over other people, she was searching for
okay.
VMAX.
Oh, okay, cool.
And so yeah, Black Widow is like, these people keep searching for VMAX.
Okay, cool.
Because
cool.
Spider-Man was like, what is it? And she's like, it could be this, it could be this, it could be that.
Yeah.
That's for you to figure out.
This is a small potato thing. And
I don't know why, but I love that. This is small potato, baby potatoes. We do bigger potatoes.
And it's really funny because he's just like, Spider-Man is more powerful than all of the new Avengers combined.
Yeah.
So what do you got? You got a guy who can kick and shoot. Okay. You got another guy who can kick and shoot. What do you do, Black Widow? Oh, you kick and shoot. Well, awesome. I can lift up a fucking freight train. I'm faster than a speeding bullet.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, the whole VMAX thing was stupid.
I was annoyed. I was like, I get the scene that they were setting up, but they could have done it way better. I get that they wanted the whole, like, you know, she's about to die or getting close to it, and then she's like, realized where, you know, looked up
where her sister was looking.
Yeah, realized where her sister was looking. I get that, but I also didn't.
It's really funny too when she realizes her sister died in that room. She's like, "You're monsters," and I'm just sitting there like, you know, I just watched you, like, completely violate and murder a bunch of people throughout. Like, I have no sympathy for you. You're so unsympathetic that I want them to build a mutant cure. Which, by the way, they never state that she's a mutant.
No, they don't.
No, they just say her brain chemistry is different.
Yeah, they just say she's a telepath.
Yeah. And they never go, oh, well, we found something called an X gene inside of her. But no, they never mention that she's a mutant. So there's a big sequence. She unlocks her brand new powers too.
Yep.
Where she does a thing where, if you've seen Logan or any of the X-Men films where Professor Xavier can, like, freeze people.
Yeah.
But she does this involuntarily and then, due to that, murders a bunch of people.
Yeah, because, like, there
are people driving and like riding bicycles and everything. A bunch of people just died. Not to mention if there were, like, babies on board those cars.
Also, it looked like it was very painful for everybody as well. So, like, imagine, like, again, a baby in a cart just sitting there and she's, like, doing that whole freeze thing. How painful that's going to be for the child.
Oh, yeah, no, that thing's dead.
Yeah, that thing is just gone.
And Spider-Man shows up unaffected. There's this weird thing where he's unaffected by her powers for some reason, but then also is, but also isn't. It's very bad writing.
She's trying to, but something is pushing her out. I think it's that whole Spidey sense thing of what happened with Doctor Strange.
Yeah, I'm thinking that's what it is too.
Yeah, it's that whole, like, thing of, like, he's pushed his mind out, but then the Spidey sense is kicking in and controlling him, and I think that's kind of the same thing.
Well, Spider sense is a form of precognition.
Yeah.
So if she tries to invert his brain, I guess the Spidey sense will go off and push her out.
Yeah, and push her out, and I think
But also sometimes it doesn't work because at the beginning of the film he can sense where she's hopped without using the technology. But then halfway through the film, when his spider powers, his fucking weird organic spiderwebby powers start happening, he loses that ability.
Yeah, because it's overstimulated with all the other. But when he uses the thingy, he can't still. It doesn't show him sensing her.
No, he still can't sense it, which is so stupid.
No, it's he's losing a lot by using the inhibitor as well, but they don't really show it. It's more of like a slight insinuation.
Yeah, but there's a weird scene in this sequence where he's, like, fighting the Hand and he's getting his ass kicked, and Jean's doing her evil monologue.
Yep.
Where she's like, "You shut up! You don't know me. They killed my sister." And I'm just sitting there like, you killed, like, maybe 1,000 people.
Yeah, a lot.
Do you know how dense the population of New York City is? You killed a lot of people.
Yeah, because I love that. I love in the movie though, when the Punisher realizes what's happened, he's like, she's got her within a kilometer, and I'm like, for one, I don't think Punisher's not supposed to be Australian, or I don't believe.
No.
And I was sitting there going, okay, I'm fine with it. I love it,
Yeah.
but I'm also like, why pick a kilometer? You're in America. Why not just do 2 miles or whatever?
He's a sniper, and snipers use kilometers.
Okay, you know what? Fair enough then.
Yeah.
I stand corrected.
Yeah, snipers tend to use kilometers because they're a more exact distance.
Yeah.
Over miles.
It's far superior. In
Oh, 100%. Are you kidding me? The metric system is the superior system. Bloody imperial system.
So he rocks up. He's unaffected by this thing. He doesn't even really. Wait, no, it hasn't happened yet because he goes to have a fight. He starts having a fight with Damage Control first.
Yeah. By the way, again, fantastic.
Oh yeah, it was a great fight scene.
Incredible fight scene.
Yeah, I love the stretching beforehand. It's like,
Yeah.
wait, hold on a second. I go stretch. I'm not in high school anymore.
And it's funny because apparently that scene came about because before they would do 10 minutes of, I think they called it hot stretching.
Yeah.
And they put that in the script because like during every fight scene, they would do 10 minutes of stretching.
No, I love that. I think it's great. And then, because he's rocked up.
You big stretcher.
And they're immediately like, oh, let's get him kind of thing. And then he's like, come on.
Yeah, he's like, hey, I'm a friend of Damage Control.
Yeah.
And they got the full lockdown.
And it starts. And then after they finish their fight, Jean does her thing. And then he doesn't know what's happened yet.
No, because he's just sort of like, whoa. Which, like, you can't have it both ways. Is he affected by her powers or not?
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a big fight sequence with the hand ninjas now.
Which also was.
Yeah, no, that was excellent. It gave me vibes of like old school Chinese kung fu films.
Oh yes, because they were doing, the hand was doing all that like the anti-gravity.
Yeah, there was a lot of wire work.
Yeah, there was a lot.
Oh, beautiful,
beautiful. Yeah, it was great.
All the while, Jean is doing her evil monologue of like, they killed my sister. All we wanted was to be loved. I'm like, shut up.
Yeah.
So my biggest gripe with the film comes at this point where Peter enters the, he accepts he is both spider and man, by the way, which like, what does that mean? So terrible. Anyway, he goes into the room. She's there with the director having like shards of glass all around him, like ready to kill him. And he's like, Jean, don't do it.
Yeah.
You're better than this. I know you are. You're a good person deep down. I'm like, no, that is a sociopath.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
She is a monster.
She is not good.
And they have this whole sequence of Peter's like, with great power and responsibility and come on, Jean, don't do this. And don't be evil.
And then he lets her into his mind.
Yeah.
And then lets Aunt May.
Yeah, Marissa Tomei has a cameo in this, which is like, I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
Because they could have gotten a thing where it was like a step-in actress where you didn't see her face. But the fact that they got Marissa Tomei, that was awesome. That whole scene was so stupid because she's telling him about like things being scary because you're Spider-Man. Yeah. And I'm like, this is nothing. This is just Aunt May telling him, like, this isn't when she told him with great power comes great responsibility.
No.
If it was that scene where instead of Peter being the one she told it to, it was her, that would have been way better. But it's just a conversation between Aunt May and Peter going, oh, things are scary and superpowers is weird,
So having a scene like that be the conclusion to a villain fight at the end of a long dragged out process through a movie is, to me, it is very lackluster. It
100%.
It's like I was actually thinking as the movie was going on, even though I was enjoying the first half, I was like, so how is the final fight scene going to go?
That's what I was thinking because they had the Hulk one. And I was like, oh, this feels like a third act final where, he has to fight the Hulk.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, oh, so then how are they going to do Turns out, power of friendship.
Yeah. So I started thinking, I was like, what if it's what if the final fight ends up being between him and Punisher instead?
That could have been cool.
That could have been a cool fight sequence.
Because Punisher's like, no, she needs to die, which, by the way, yes, she does. Yeah.
And it just ended up lacking. By the way, like I know she was using the director as a bargaining chip, but like at the same time she wanted him dead, so why didn't she just do it?
Because you see, she's actually a good guy deep down. She didn't actually want to hurt anyone, except she did.
Yeah.
Except she hurt a lot of people. So that's that sequence, and then she like gets out of his brain, and they have a heart to heart, and then the stupidest shit happens.
You're talking about the
Punisher takes a shot.
The Punisher takes a shot.
He's like, I've got it. He takes the shot. Spider-Man senses it with he jumps in the way. He takes the shot, and then Jean's like, "Oh, Peter, no,
and
you were nice to me."
And then it's an instant switch. Yeah,
and they do this thing that I hate, and I think I know you hate too, where the bad guy isn't the bad guy anymore.
Yep.
They're actually good guy now because the actual good guy was nice to them.
Yeah. See, I don't mind it always as long as there is a good reason, like not reason, but like I've seen in some things, like
if it was good writing.
Let's go. I know it's not the best movie to pick, but let's go Sonic 3.
Okay.
Right? You've got Shadow.
Yeah.
Who is being
it's surprisingly more well written than this.
Who's being manipulated by the two Eggmen, essentially.
Eggman.
Eggman. And then in the end switches because he realizes everything that's going on and then he changes his mind. That's fair. That's fine because he's being manipulated. Whereas, yes, I know her sister died, but she's still choosing to make all those actions.
Also, her sister was terrible.
Yeah, her sister wasn't great.
Her sister was also a sociopath.
Yeah.
Who's like, again, in that flashback, hey, let me teach you how to violate people.
I could totally see them, by the way, doing kind of like a WandaVision in the sense of eventually mind controlling people to have their own family, like have them treat them as a family, and not actually be real. Like I could totally see that happening at some point if they didn't.
Oh, too bad she's dead.
Yeah.
So now Jean is redeemed because Spider-Man said a nice thing to her. And now there's a completely pointless sequence where Spider-Man is shot and then taken to the hospital. This entire sequence could have been taken out.
Yeah.
Whole thing completely pointless. And it's really funny because at the end of this, there's a scene where Peter Parker walks out into the crowd and there's people out there.
Oh, this is the scene I wanted to talk about
there's a scene out there. He walks out there and he sees all the people who are cheering for Spider-Man. But I'm just like, nothing's changed. All of these people were cheering for Spider-Man anyway. So what is this? What is this sequence? It's so stupid. And then he looks up and Frank's plan to get Spider-Man out of it, he puts on the mask.
And the gloves, yeah.
And the gloves.
But he's doing like a freaking monkey, like in the window.
I hated it. I hate it.
Yeah.
I'm like, Frank Castle would never. I'm not even a Punisher fan. I hate the Punisher. But I'm like, no. Frank Castle would never do that.
I suppose I haven't seen enough of Punisher to know for sure. But I don't know. But it did seem a bit off. That scene hinted at something, by the way. I haven't looked it up, but I'm pretty sure they have hinted towards it. So in that scene, when he walks out and then he sees Frank Castle doing that, he looks over to a child.
Yes, a child.
A child.
Nothing worse than
the child does the Spider-Man sit. I'm pretty sure, I could be looking way too much into it, but I'm pretty sure they were hinting at Miles Morales.
I don't care.
I know you don't care.
I
know you don't want to. I was more so seeing about your reaction. I was going to mention it and wait for you to be like, fuck no.
They've been doing this whole press tour, by the way. They've been going to Tom Holland going, well, maybe down the line you hand off the baton to Miles Morales. And I'm just like, this movie has beaten Endgame for the highest grossing opening in all of cinema history. Miles Morales could never.
Well, okay. Here's the other thing as well is if you're going to pass it on, right, and then essentially, so what we're seeing here is we're watching essentially a Peter Parker grow.
Yes.
We're watching him go from a child to an adult, essentially. Now, the last thing I want is to then bring on a new character and start again in the same universe.
Yeah.
I don't want another Spider-Man where we're watching him do the same shit that Peter Parker did.
Well, that's why I thought if they ever did with the soft reboot coming up with Secret Wars, if they take Spider-Man and they just they soft reboot him, but he's in college and he's instead of growing up and being a teenager to young adult, you can have him tackle the all the things that a young adult has to go through.
Yeah.
That'll be really cool.
Yes.
But I think that whole sequence could have been cut from the film.
Yeah.
That whole hospital thing is so stupid. Here's what I thought was going to happen.
Yep.
I thought that, like in the comics, Peter was going to die and then regenerate with his spider powers and burst out like a cocoon. Because in the movie they show a spider shedding its skin. I'm oh, this is the sequence where he's gonna shed his skin.
Because they do. It goes through the whole spider has 3 stages of life, and so he's technically on the second one.
Yes, and now there's going to be a rebirth where he bursts out. Of the skin, but didn't happen.
Okay, interesting.
Did not happen.
Oh, I'm just imagining him waking up, and then there's a whole a shell of Peter Parker next to him, just his skin, and he's just
in the corner, I'm so wet and gooey.
That would be
yeah. So that happens, and then the final thing that I will say about this movie, because my back is starting to hurt. There is a scene at the very end where Ned is at that convenience store again, and Peter Parker walks over to him, goes, "Hey, it's me." Yeah, Peter. And he goes, "Okay. Oh, yeah, you're that guy from the fucking...
Yeah, from the party,
from
the flowers.
Party the flowers." And then he's just like, "Yeah." And then he goes in and does the handshake.
He does the handshake.
And then Ned looks at him and goes, "Peter?" And I'm like, fuck you.
I don't think it's remembering Peter Parker. I think it's because earlier in the movie... he goes to leave
and
after
MJ
that thing, and MJ says, "Peter, be careful." And he goes, "Oh, Spider-Man's name is Peter." And then he does the handshake, and then I think for some reason he's connecting the dots to Spider-Man. I think I could be wrong.
Well, hopefully it's that, and not that he magically remembers, because fuck that.
Because if that makes Ned remember, and I know mind control, but connecting a kiss or whatever it is that they had with MJ doesn't, even though I didn't want it to, because then that's bad story writing. It doesn't, then I'm gonna be like, what the fuck?
What the fuck? What are you doing?
Yeah.
And then the movie ends. After that, there is an end credit scene.
There is an end credit scene
where they show there's a Spider-Man off-world.
Yes, and I'm trying to recall which one it could be, but it's not making any sense to me.
I think it's Toby. I think it's Toby's Spider-Man
in space.
Yeah, or it's Tom's Spider-Man, and he's gone to space to fight Doom. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
By the way, this movie doesn't connect to Doomsday whatsoever.
Yeah, so I was watching this thinking that whatever's going to be in the after credits is going to be connected to Doomsday, and then it wasn't. And then I was just like, Also, you know how in one of our previous episodes I speculated that this might be an intro to Doctor Doom, and then not have obviously him not get defeated by the end to lead into Doomsday.
Nope.
They do show Jean Grey in a cloak, and I'm like, that cloak kind of looks awfully like the one that Doctor Doom was wearing. Yeah. And then I'm like, wait, but the stature's not right. And I was like, this is, and then they introduced as Jean Grey. I was like, you guys knew what you were doing.
That was also very stupid, because there's this whole sequence where she's hidden in shadows and going around his apartment. I'm like, who is this for?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Yeah. And she says, "Oh, you're easy to track," but I'm like, but how? How?
How? There was also a plot hole where Peter is tracking Jean and he traps her in a helicopter.
Yes.
But then when he goes to get MJ,
Yeah.
she's possessed her already.
Yeah, they do. They hint on it later. You have to connect the dots yourself. They've done that. Is the way they've done it. Is because the sister, when she's showing how to use her powers, she said you can go as far as you want through hopping.
Yeah.
But then when you leave, you go right back to where you started.
Yeah.
So all she did was disconnect and then restart again, which sucks.
Okay.
Yeah.
You've seen the movie twice, so I didn't pick up on that. So.
Yeah, no, she disconnected from the guy in the helicopter once Peter left and then just restarted the hop again.
Okay. Well, look at you, smarty pants. Well, I think with that said, I think we should get to final score, final conclusion on the film.
Yeah. Okay. If we're going out of 10.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. 10.
Yeah, going out of 10 if we're going to give it an actual score.
Yeah.
I still got a decent amount of enjoyment out of this. It's not perfect. I'm still going to give it about a 7-ish.
I agree.
Yeah, it's about a 7. It's where it loses points is some of the writing towards the end.
Yeah.
Some of the
the second half nearly tanks the whole film.
The second half, some of the writing, and just a couple of the plot holes. It does make up in its cinematography and choreography.
Yeah.
Even though like the Hulk fight scene was amazing, the
hand fight scene.
And the hand fight, but I also really enjoyed the fight scene with a Scorpion while he was possessed.
That was really good.
That was really good as well, and
which also, by the way, again, fuck Jean Grey. She pushes Spider-Man to the point where Spider-Man puts a police officer in the hospital, in like critical condition. Never followed up on, by the way.
No.
And Peter feels bad for like 5 seconds, and then he's like, "Oh, Jean."
Yeah, he does. It is good to like. When I was seeing it, and he's like freaking out that he's hurt a police officer. Again, should have followed up on it somewhere, but still, it was seeing that slight little edgy, dark version of Peter come out in that fight was good. I liked it.
But again, they didn't wrap it up.
No, they didn't.
They didn't wrap up the whole he's mutating. So like, what does that mean? They didn't wrap that up.
No,
we don't know what happened with the Hulk.
Yeah,
that doesn't wrap up. There's a whole bunch of loose threads.
There is.
Jean is just in the wind.
Yeah, she's just gone. She caught a bus somewhere.
Yeah, she caught a bus somewhere looking like Eminem, about to bust some rhymes. My name's Jean Grey, and I'm here to say I'm going to violate your brain in almost every way. Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, that was off the dome.
Off the dome. Okay, before I wrap up my bit, there is one thing I'm glad they didn't do, which was we had talked about this on another episode.
Is it seeing Spider-Hog?
We almost could have seen Spider-Hog.
Yeah.
No, the extra limbs, the extra arms.
Yeah.
Because that happens in the comics with some of it, with his transformation. Man Spider. And I was like, they better fucking not.
Yeah. I am also glad that they didn't do that.
Because that would have been way too much.
I will leave this, I will leave my conclusion with, I also agree it's a solid 7 out of 10.
Yeah.
I did have it higher after seeing it as an 8. But then when I sat and I thought about it, it's a 7.
Yeah.
It's a 7 out of 10. I will leave you guys with this, though. A piece of praise, because we have just spent like an hour shitting on this movie. A piece of praise for the film is that he spent like 90% of it in costume with the mask on. Yes. By the way. So, that is awesome. The music was okay as well. It wasn't great.
Yeah, to be honest, I didn't really actually pay attention to the music.
There's no like needle drops where it's like, oh yeah, let's go. But the music was okay. But I really enjoyed the fact that he stayed in costume for like 90% of the film.
Yeah. It definitely feels more like a very well done lower production movie as opposed to a Hollywood movie, which I like that, by the way. So 7.
7.
I'd say is where it's at. Room for improvement. A lot better than Thunderbolts.
I like Thunderbolts.
I hated Thunderbolts.
Thunderbolts at least did this same ending. By the way, Thunderbolts and Spider-Man Brand New Day, exact same ending, beat for beat. The exact same.
Oh yeah, the power of friendship wins. Like
That one
in
was
the
better.
mind and in the mind as well. Yeah,
but that one was better than this.
I suppose. But
Because
I was
Bob's
like,
not a terrible person.
yeah,
Because
I guess
he
so.
is legitimately a good human being
Yeah.
who's just had a shit go of it in life and is trying to do good. And then the void comes out and he's like, "Bleh." But no. That's it. 7 out of 10 from both of us.
I would recommend still seeing it in cinemas as well.
Yeah. I'd recommend seeing it in cinemas. Get that up to that Billy.
Go for it. Well,
I will say this though, in my theater experience, there are a lot of people dressed up in like Spider-Man gear,
see,
which was very lovely.
that would have been my cinema didn't do that, but
You
that
know what else my cinema did at the end of the movie? They fucking clapped. They clapped like a bunch of fucking seals. And I was sitting there like, what the hell are you doing?
So when I saw it Friday night, one dude in the entire cinema clapped.
What a loser.
and then when I saw it again yesterday, I think like 3 people clapped.
Fucking losers. If you clap at the end of a movie in a movie theater, you're a fucking loser.
With the exception of Infinity War and Endgame. Those
No, you're a
clapped-
fucking loser.
I clapped at the end of Endgame.
I will tell you this. In Endgame, when Captain America picked up Mjolnir,
Yeah.
I audibly went, oh shit!
Yeah.
I was the only person to do so.
The other one, you know what? No, I didn't clap for that one. I was going to say Logan, but no, I didn't clap. I wept.
I wept for Logan. I fucking love Logan. Anyway, I did say we were going to talk about some Comic-Con stuff, but I think we should probably wrap it up here.
Yeah, we've been going off.
I guess we can. No, you know what? We'll wrap it up here. We'll talk about more Comic-Con stuff in another episode.
Yeah.
And with that being said, we are going to catch you guys on a later time. If you enjoyed this episode, I think this was a great episode, by the way.
Yeah, this was good.
I think that some contention also, some.
Yeah.
You loved it, and I said, nah, fuck that. This that was great. I really enjoyed my time. I really enjoyed my time here today.
We really did have a great time, didn't we?
Yes. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And also ring the notification bell, because apparently that's important.
Yeah.
And if there is one takeaway you get from this review, fuck Jean Grey, screw the mutants. Enjoy organic webbing. I don't know.
Oh yeah, because we're gonna have to be. We're stuck with it now.
Thank you so much for watching. I'm Ahky.
I'm Aiden.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye. Bye bye.